Hello, everyone. My name is Annalise Salcedo, and today I'll be presenting for those of you that have applied to CUNY and want to know what you should be doing next. Before we get started, I want to let you all know that this is an interactive presentation. What that means is that you will hear my voice guiding you throughout the presentation. I will need to tell you when to pause and when to return to the PowerPoint. You will also need to click on some links and answer some of the questions on the Google form. Now, before we get started, I need you all to get a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper. So go ahead, pause the presentation, get your supplies, and then come back to the presentation. All right, so who is this workshop for and what will we be doing today? This workshop is for those students that have applied to CUNY colleges and need to create a CUNY First account or update their CUNY First login information. We will learn how to navigate CUNY First. We will keep track of the college admissions decision. Therefore, we're going to learn whether you got accepted, denied, or if you are still waiting for documents. You will check your financial aid package and you will check your to-do list. Lastly, you will check your email for any CUNY Opportunity Program. Now, the first thing that you will need to do is go back to the platform where you received this presentation, whether it was Google Classroom, your email, through text, and you're going to click on the links that says Google Form and CUNY First. You will need to keep both of these links open and fill them out as we move along the presentation. And when you open them, this is what they will look like. So go ahead, open them, and come back to the presentation. All right. Now that you open your links, you're going to first look at the Google form and you're going to fill out these questions here. So your email address, your first name, last name, the school that you attend, your cell phone number, and your personal email address. If your personal email address is the same thing as the first email address, go ahead and write it down once again. All right, now that you filled out this portion of the Google form, we're going to focus on this part, the CUNY First login username, the password, and your employee ID. In order to get this information, we're going to go back to CUNY First. And if you have never used CUNY First before, you're going to be a new user. However, if you already created this account with your college counselor and you forgot your username and password, you're going to click on Forgot Username, and this is what both of those links are going to take you to. Now, before you get started, I want you to pay attention to the date of birth. Make sure that you follow this format. If not, it's not going to go through. And on the second question, you're going to answer your social security number, and you're only going to use the last 4 digits. For those of you that don't have a social security number, make sure to hit up your college counselor and we will let you know what information to put here. Once you click I am not a robot and you hit continue, you're going to get a username. This username is what you're going to write on your CUNY First login username in the Google form. And it's usually going to be your first name, that last name with a number, followed by @login.cuny.edu. Sometimes you might receive your employee ID right after you hit continue and I am not a robot. You're going to take this 8-digit number and you're going to write it here where it says CUNY employee ID. If you don't get it right away, that is fine because we can get it later on in CUNY First. So go ahead, reset your username and come back to the presentation once you're done. Now that you have your username, we're going to reset your password. You're going to put it here where it says CUNY login and click continue. If you are already in the system for CUNY First, it's going to take you to something that looks like this, and you're going to answer 2 questions that you created before. So go ahead, put that information, and write the password on the Google form and come back to this presentation. All right, now that you have your username and password, you're going to go back to the main page of CUNY First. You're going to put your information in, and then you will get a website that looks something similar to the one on the left. You're going to click on Student Center, the second link on this little box right here. Sometimes when you click on Student Center, you're going to be directed to something that looks like an error that is shown on the right. Just click Student Center again, and it should take you to something that looks like this. This is the main page for CUNY First. This is where you see what classes you register for, your financial aid status, what you have to submit to the schools, and what milestones you have completed. You will also have your name and your employee ID here. If you don't have the employee ID from before, go ahead and write this number back in the Google form. Now that you have your employee ID, you are going to scroll down this page and you're going to see something that looks like this. Before we get started, I want to let you all know that you should not commit or decline any offer from any schools. We want you all to please talk to your counselor and your family before you accept or deny any offer. Some of you might qualify to receive a waiver to not pay the commitment form for these schools. So again, do not commit. Under institution, you are going to see the name of the schools that you applied to. For example, this student applied to BMCC, Gutman, Kingsborough, LaGuardia, Queensborough, and Hostels. I want you all to get your pen or pencil and on your paper, write the names of the schools that you see on your CUNY First portal and write them down the line on the paper. Once you finish, come back to the presentation. The next step that we are going to do is click on View Details. When you click on View Details, you are going to see something that looks like this. Again, if you got accepted to a school, do not commit and do not decline the offer. Once you're here, you are going to see whether the school accepted you, denied you, or if you're still pending. If you see that the school that you clicked on says congratulations, that means that you got accepted. On your paper, next to that school, the school that you see up here, I want you to write accepted. If you got denied, I want you to write denied. And if you see a message like this, it means that you have not gotten accepted and you not have gotten denied, and I want you to write pending. So go ahead, go to your CUNY First account, write down the name of the schools that you applied to, click on View Details, and write down whether you got accepted, denied, or if you're still pending for all of the schools. Once you're done, come back to the presentation. Now that you have all the information on paper, I want you to go back to the Google form and scroll down until you see something that looks similar to this. I want you to pay close attention to the title of the question that you're answering. We are going to start with the CUNY acceptances. Go back to your paper and look for the names of those schools that accepted you. Once you have those names, you're going to check the boxes of those schools. For example, if Hostels Community College accepted you, you're going to click on it. If John Jay accepted you, you're going to click on it. And you're going to scroll down and we're going to focus on the CUNY denied. If you have schools on your list that have denied you, you're going to click on the names of the schools. Then you're going to scroll down and we're going to focus on the ones that are still pending. If you have schools on your list that did not say whether or not you were accepted or denied, you are going to click on those names. So go ahead, fill out the form, and come back. Now that we have that information, we are going to focus on the financial aid for CUNY. That means we're going to see if you have received any money to help you pay for school. First, you're going to click on Student Center to make sure you are back in the main page and scroll down to where you see Finances. You are going to click where it says View Financial Aid. Once you click that link, you should see something that looks like this. Once again, it will have all of the names of the schools that you have applied to, and the year 2021 should be next to it. Everything on these links will look exactly the same for all CUNY schools. So I want you to click on the schools that you like the most in this list and click on 2021. Hopefully, you will see something like this. If you don't, that means that you have not submitted your FAFSA or that your FAFSA did not go through the right way. Now, if you do have this information right here, I want you to take a screenshot and submit it on the Google form. In the corner right here, I have the instructions on how to screenshot on a Mac and how to screenshot on a Windows 10. However, if this doesn't work for you, just go on Google and search on how to screenshot your computer. Now that you have the picture, I want you to go back to the Google form and where it says CUNY Financial Aid Award picture, I want you to click Add File and include that picture there. So go ahead, do that, and come back to the PowerPoint. The next thing that we're going to do is look at the items on your to-do list. Once again, you're going to click on Student Center and you're going to go to the main page and you're going to click on this arrow here that says More. Once you click on it, you're going to see a to-do list. Not everything that you see here you need to complete. Therefore, we want you to take a screenshot and upload it to the Google Documents where it says CUNY to-do list picture. Go ahead and do that and come back to the PowerPoint once you're done. Now that you completed everything on your CUNY First, we are going to check your email for any opportunity programs. The CUNY opportunity programs that we are going to look at today will help you in your college career financially and academically. The first thing that you're going to do is open up your email, whether it's Hotmail, Outlook, Gmail. I want you to open the email that you use to apply for the CUNY application. Once you get to your email, on your search bar, you're going to write College Discovery. College Discovery, it's a program that again offers free tutoring, professional counseling, additional financial help, and they help you transfer once you decide to go into a 4-year school. One way to know if you got accepted to a college through College Discovery is by reading the email. As you see in this email, this student was accepted to BMCC. However, if you keep reading, it says, "We are pleased to inform you that you have also been selected as a potential student for the College Discovery. In order to qualify to be part of this College Discovery program, you will have to provide more information to the school. If you do not provide this information for the school, you will not be eligible for this program. Once you write down the name of the schools that accepted you through College Discovery, go back to the Google form and where you see this portion, write down the name of the schools that offered you a College Discovery position. The next thing that you're going to look for is CUNY Seek. The Seek program, which is also similar to the EOP program and the College Discovery program, allows you to receive financial help and academic help throughout your college career. If you are accepted to a school through their Seek program, it does not mean that you were accepted as a regular admission, and you will have to submit different paperwork than other students. This email again is from a long time ago, so the requirements will be completely different to the requirements that show up in your email. So go ahead, look up CUNY Seek and write down the name of the schools that offer you admission through the Seek program. Once you have this information, go back to the Google form and under CUNY Seek, list the colleges that offer you this option. The next thing that you're going to look up on your email is CUNY ASAP. The ASAP program is another opportunity program that helps students financially with free Metro cards, free tutoring, and other services throughout their college experience. Once you have the name of the schools that offer you a CUNY ASAP program, write them down on the Google form. And lastly, we're going to look for CUNY Start and CUNY Clip. These programs are for students that are in need of remedial courses. This program is a lot less expensive than regular admission. Therefore, go back to your email, search CUNY Start, and then search CUNY Clip, and go back to the Google form and write the colleges that have offered you this option. At this point of the presentation, you should be able to fill out all of the questions on the Google form. Lastly, we only have 4 more questions. Congratulations, you are almost at the end of this PowerPoint. The next question that we need you to answer is, what are your top 3 CUNY colleges that you got accepted to or that they are still pending? If you got denied to these schools, do not put them as a top 3 choice. After that, if you apply to a SUNY school or a private school, I want you to go into your email or your portal to check if you got accepted to any of the schools that you applied to. If you did, write them on the Google form. Lastly, I want you to tell us one more time what are the top 3 colleges overall, that means CUNY, SUNY, and private, that you have gotten accepted to or that are still pending that you wish to enroll to after graduating from high school. And hit submit to the Google form. This is it. This presentation is now completed and you are one step closer to achieving your goal. Thank you for listening.